All right, ACCT419 students, welcome. You're here because you want to nail this final project, right? Well, you're in exactly the right spot. We're going to break down everything you need to know step by step. Let's get right into it. So, are you? Because this project is designed to make you do just that. This isn't your typical textbook assignment. Nope. We're asking you to put on the hat of a real modern internal auditor and get your hands dirty with the kind of risks they face every single day. So here's our game plan. We'll start with the big picture, then dive into Part A, your individual piece, and Part B, the group mission. After that, we'll cover exactly what to submit, the key dates and grading, and wrap up with some tips to help you succeed. Simple as that. Okay, let's kick things off with the big picture. What's the whole point of this project? Well, it's all about connecting theory to practice. Think of this as your chance to take all those internal audit concepts we've talked about in class and actually use them. You're going to apply them to real-world risks, the kind of stuff that pops up in our super technology-driven world. The theme for this whole project is auditing in the digital age. We're talking about technology innovation and risk, cybersecurity governance, and some really cool data-driven fraud detection. And the main tool you'll be using? It's the KNIM analytics platform. And let me tell you, this is not just for class. These are the skills that companies are desperate for right now. All right, let's break it down further. Part A. This one's all you. It's your individual brief, and it focuses on emerging tech and fraud risk. So here's your individual mission step by step. First, you're going to choose an emerging technology. Think AI, blockchain, something like that. Then you'll write a short analytical brief, about 600 to 700 words. In it, you need to look at the benefits, but also the big cybersecurity and fraud risks. Then you'll propose how auditors can actually mitigate those risks, maybe using tools like KIME. And finally, make sure you back up your analysis with at least 3 credible sources. Pretty straightforward. Now, how do you get top marks for this? Let's look at the grading. See that? 2 full marks, the biggest chunk, are for how well you understand the tech and its risks, and another 1.5 marks for linking it all to cyber and fraud. So you know exactly where to put your focus. It's not just about writing, it's about deep analysis. Okay, now for the part where you team up. Part B, the group fraud hunt. This is where you get to act like a real-life analytics team. So, here's the mission, should you choose to accept it. Your team will get a totally unique data set. Your job is to dive deep into that data, hunt for those red flags, and then, and this is key, figure out the control weaknesses that let those red flags happen in the first place. And to do this, you're not going in empty-handed. You've got a whole KNIM toolkit. You'll use things like the duplicate row filter to spot double payments, the row filter to flag huge transactions or weird weekend activity. You can summarize data with group by, assign risk scores, and then visualize everything with charts. This is your arsenal for the fraud hunt. But listen, this is really, really important. Finding a weird number in the data is one thing. The crucial part is connecting your findings back to the big ideas. Internal controls, COSO, IIA standards. You have to explain why it matters from an audit perspective. That's what separates simple data crunching from professional internal auditing. All right, so you've done all the work. What do you actually need to submit? Let's look at the deliverables checklist. It's pretty simple. For Part A, your individual part, it's just one PDF brief. For Part B, the group part, there are 3 things: a big comprehensive report, a shorter summary slide deck, and your actual KNIM workflow file. So 3 items for the group, 1 for you individually. Okay, let's talk about the stuff everyone really wants to know about: grading and key dates. How many marks is this worth, and when is it due? The whole project, everything we've talked about, is worth 15 marks. So, yeah, it's a pretty big deal for your final grade. And here's how those 15 marks are split. The group work, Part B, is the lion's share. That's 10 marks. Your individual work, Part A, is worth 5 marks. So it's pretty clear that strong group collaboration is going to be absolutely essential. And the big one, the deadline. Circle this, put it in your phone, do whatever you need to do. Everything is due November 23rd at 11:59 p.m. sharp, and it all goes through Blackboard. Please, please do not leave this to the last hour. Okay, to wrap things up, let's go over a few tips and official policies. This is the stuff that will help you really succeed on this project. So, what are the common traps people fall into? First, Don't share your dataset or workflows with other groups. Yours is unique for a reason. Second, triple check that you've submitted everything. It's an easy mistake to make. Third, go deep. Don't just give a superficial analysis. You have to link it back to audit concepts. And finally, a big one, misusing generative AI. AI may support learning, but cannot perform your work. Your analysis, workflow design, interpretation, and writing must be original. So what does that actually mean? It means you can use it as a learning assistant, maybe to understand a concept, but you absolutely cannot have it write your report or build your workflow. The analysis and the final product have to come from you. We're grading your skills, not the AI's. So, let's bring it all home. The best advice I can give you is this: start early. Get together with your team, ask questions during office hours, that's what we're here for. And remember, this project is so much more than just a grade. This is you building the exact skills you'll need as a future auditor. It's a real chance to shine. So get to it and good luck.